Have you ever done all the spiritual boxes, Bible, church, prayer, and still felt empty inside? What if you're stuck not because you aren't faithful, but because you've ignored the emotional side of your faith? On I Know a Guy, we're unpacking what it looks like to be spiritually stuck and how healing your heart may be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Hi, welcome to I Know a Guy. I'm your host, Steve Cummings. I Know a Guy is a podcast ministry of bringingkingdom.org where we are helping men discover and live out of their true identity as beloved sons. If you've ever felt like your spiritual walk with God has hit a wall, like you're doing all the right things, but something's missing, this episode is for you, brother. Stick around as we talk about what being stuck really looks like, why it happens, and how to begin moving forward. I once believed that being a disciple of Jesus meant checking the right boxes. Read the Bible, pray, go to church, memorize scripture, obey God, submit, believe. And I did that for decades. But as faithful as I was on the outside, on the inside, I was emotionally shut down. I was a great human doing, but spiritually and emotionally stuck. That's when I realized something important. Spiritual maturity and emotional health are inseparable. Can I repeat that, men? Spiritual maturity and emotional health are inseparable. Maybe you can relate. You go to church, you pray, you read the word, but something feels dead inside. Maybe worship feels hollow, or your heart stays guarded. We might say we believe, but we deny or ignore pain, shame, fear, anger, or we numb them. We tell ourselves, just try harder. We blame others, rationalize, distract, maybe even escape through unhealthy patterns. This kind of spiritual doing ignores the deeper parts of who the Father made us to be, heart, soul, spirit, not just mind or behavior. And when we ignore the emotional side, we end up with leaking Christians, as one author describes it. So, what can you do if you think you're stuck? Well, first, I would suggest acknowledge it. Stop playing around. Stop faking. Stop doing all these tricks. Just acknowledge it. Be honest with God and with yourself. Admit that perhaps you've been focused on doing rather than being. One practical step is take an emotional health check. There are assessments out there that help you see whether you're emotionally mature or emotionally stuck. I will put a link to some of those in the show notes. Look for those. Take them. Take an emotional health check. I highly recommend it. Another step would be willing to open up. It may mean letting people see your real pain, your doubts, your confusion, your fear. It's okay. We don't have to have everything together because guess what? None of us do. And yet we hide behind this facade of who we pretend to be. So open up. Spiritual growth often happens not through more doing, but through honest relationships and vulnerability and letting the Father meet you in the mess. If you've been stuck, discouraged, going through the motions, I want to tell you, the Father sees that and He cares. And more than that, He's inviting you into deeper life emotionally and spiritually and whole. You don't have to carry shame or pretend to have it all together. You can lean into honesty, man. You can walk toward healing. You can rediscover what it means to truly connect, not just with the Father, but with yourself and others. Let this be your invitation. Give the Father your real heart. Let Him love the parts that you've hidden. Let Him heal what you've denied, and trust that as you do, men, spiritual maturity and emotional health can walk together. Men, thanks for listening. We all hit an emotional wall and we feel numb and we feel like we're just spiritually disconnected. If this has resonated with you, I encourage you to reflect on what you might be ignoring and dare to move toward wholeness. If you want someone to listen to, I know a guy. I'm going to put his information down below in the show notes. That's what I'm here for. Help walk you through that. Thanks for listening.